It's insane. I have had, so like I said, investors call me and they use me to validate their investment. They'll say, "Oh, we want to put $1 million into this company. What do you think?" And the number of Bitcoin and ICO cryptocurrency projects that have come across my desk in the past month, I mean, I think I've had seven. Unbelievable amount of them.
What do you think of it in general?
You know, and I'm honest with, they pay for my honesty, right? So I'm honest with them, and I think that I like the idea of the benefits of some of the cryptocurrencies, like Dash and Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like I kind of like the idea of the independence from government, because right now all of our fiat currencies are tied to political, because their fiat currencies are printed by governments and governments are political, right? So I like the independence of the currency not being like super political, but at the same time, I don't. It's growing pretty fast. I don't know where it is, and I don't look at it like a super investment. Um, like when we talk about investing in coins, because I know you asked about ICO. There's like the initial coin offerings. I think a lot of those things kind of like, I don't know. My I could be wrong, right? I'm wrong a lot, but the ICO initial coin offerings, they seem a little cheap to me. Seems like a kind of like a marketing hype, like not a lot of value.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree with you. No, I totally agree with you because I've been talking to a lot of people, and actually, a good friend of mine, he was a kind of a colleague in the travel industry before, and then he just left the company he founded and went to like freelance and all the stuff with the with the low level of certainty, and he just likes that kind of stuff. uh, I recently reconnected with him, and he was building um, a media, an internet media about blockchain technology and all this ICO stuff. And he invited me to a conference that was in St. Petersburg. And I just talked to all these people, and there were guys who told me that they've raised $42 million. And I thought, shit, man, um, I don't think that this is enough to raise $40 million. What you've done, because you're just selling science fiction ideas in a good promotion video, and you actually don't have any technology, because that's impossible to build any technology in 3 months. Any technology that might be worth 40 million, except Masquerade.
Right. No, and that's the problem. So, and then you kind of have to see through the bullshit, right? Because they say 42 million, but is that 42 million convertible fiat like currency? Is that because what you can do is you can create an ICO and sign an arbitrary value and sell it, right? Or you can have really unpopular ICOs that have a markup, and it might not actually be $42 million, right? It might just be a nice marketing number to say, like they may say, well, at maturity it'll be 42 million or whatever it is. But if they're actually raising $42 million, which I fully believe is possible, because
They have successfully raised it, so I've looked at their numbers.
wow, yeah. So
And that,
like I said, I'm not surprised by any means. But what I'm saying is it scares me, because if you put $42 million into something that's like what you said, Masquerade or vaporware, or just some, they spent $2,000 to $5,000 on a video, right? And put it out there and raised $42 million. That is super scary.
yeah, but the numbers are like, I might say it's more of $200,000. They now the fee of the company that manage your ICO. If you want to make an ICO, you can come to a company here in Russia, and they speak like 30 languages. They're going to help you set it up, help you produce a video, help you write a white paper, and you just collect the bounty.
It's insane. it's a problem. It's going to be it's huge problem because it's happening here too, Ellen. It's happening here too. And I was trying to determine the scale, right? Because everything's very isolated. I don't see a lot of reporting on the total number of ICOs because it's all private. This is the thing. Like when a stock exchange is public, right? So you can see everything, but here it's kind of private what they're doing with their ICOs and all that stuff. So it's like I'm trying to get context and wrap my brain around how much money is actually flowing to these junk startups, right? And it's
No, that's worse than the two than the millennials, the millennium dot coms.
yeah, it's going to be like the 1999 crash, right?
Yeah,
Because they said they had all this value and it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. But it blew up in a very obvious way because you could go to the stock market and you could see it, right? So you could
yeah.
actually see the shares and see the money that was happening and see the valuations. But here it's invisible. It's invisible right now. You can't see it.